Hello students, welcome to online classes of Sri Mahavir International School. Today I will introduce you the chapter 3 of your SST book, that is Natural Resources. So as per the name suggests, natural resources are the resources which are related to the nature, okay, which are God gifted. So, in this chapter, we will learn about natural resources, means resources which are gifted by God to us by nature. Classification of natural resources means what type of natural resources are there, uses of natural resources, conservation of natural resources. So, first, we will start with gear up exercise. Identify the given natural resources and name them. First is the picture of windmill, that is that have the power of wind. Second is water. Third is sunlight. Sun, you can see. Natural resources. Natural resources are provided to us by nature. As the name suggests, these include soil, sunlight, rocks, minerals, plants, and animals, whatever which the nature has given us, that is not made by any human. We use these gifts of nature to meet our daily needs, and these are the resources which are very essential for our life or for our favorable living condition. Early humans did not know how to use these natural resources, but early humans they don't know to use these resources. Gradually, they learn to harness. Harness means to control and make use of any useful natural resource. That is called harness. Harness them to make useful things that made their lives easy. Natural resources become valuable only when we are able to convert them into useful products. That means we can take the example of sun. Sunlight is useful if we can use the solar panel, solar cooker, okay. So we can trap the sunlight and we can convert it into a energy or into a power point. Solar batteries are also available in the market, so we can convert easily the sunlight into power resource. That's why we have to make the useful of natural resources into making the useful products. Waterfalls are a gift of nature. Falling water has a great force. When water falls from very much height, that makes the power. We use this force to generate electricity. You in your early classes also you can be familiar with the force of water. You can say the electricity generated by water, that is called hydroelectricity. There are still some resources in the world that are unknown to us, or we are unaware of how to harness them. But natural resources are wide, they are all over the world. We identify some resources, but some resources are also there which are not been harnessed till now. Many countries in the world have not been able to completely use their natural resources. That is why these countries have remained economically backward. Means some countries they are not utilizing their resources That's why they are economically backward. They don't gain the financial, and they are back because of the unused resources. On the other hand, they have been spared from environmental damage that often goes hand in hand with the exploitation of natural resources. Means they have not used, they are economically backward, but they are also spared from the environmental damage that they can done when they utilize the natural resources. We can also harm the natural resources because we can exploit them unnecessary. Information fable is given with a world population of more than 7 billion. Resources like water, oil, gas, and coal are reducing rapidly because we all people using the water, oil, and natural gas and coal. That's why they are reducing day by day. Classification of natural resource. Now, how we can classify the various resources which are available to us? Natural resources are divided into two parts. One is living resources, or you can say biotic resources, non living resources, or you can say abiotic resources. So, natural resources are divided into two types, living and non living resources. Living resources regenerate if the conditions are favorable. Example of living resources are forest, crops, grass, wild and domestic animals. Means they can be regenerate if the conditions are favorable. We can grow the grass, we can grow the trees, and we can make forest whenever we want. Crops also we can grow. Wild and domestic animals, they can also be reproduced by their parents. Non-living resources. Non-living resources means the resources which don't have the life, like land, water, and air. These are inexhaustible. Inexhaustible means unlimited and can be used again and again. Means they cannot be exhaust. They cannot be finished. They are also called renewable resources. Minerals and fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum are also non living resources. However, they are exhaustible. That means some non living resources are also there. There are like minerals and fossil fuels, they are used by us and they are exhaustible. They can be finished one day because we are using them widely. Such resources cannot be replaced as they take millions of years to form. Like fossil fuels, they take millions of years to form. That is why they are also known as non renewable resource because they cannot be renewed. Uses of natural resources. Now, what are the uses of natural resources? We will learn. Natural resources are important for the development and growth of industries. Yes, forest is very important because that have numbers of trees. Trees, wood can be used for making different kind of furniture and other products are also there which are found in forest. So like that Development and growth of industry is also dependent on natural resources. Oil refineries are there, solar panels are there, which are all related with the natural resources. All natural resources are not renewable, so we must use them carefully, because if we use them widely, they can be finished one day. Some natural resources can be used directly by human beings. Other resources need to be processed before they can be used. Means we have some resources which we directly use and some resources which has to be processed before we utilize them in our daily life. For example, we use air and water directly, whereas minerals that are found in the form of ores have to be refined into usable items before they are used. Okay. Petroleum is taken out from the earth in a crude form. It is refined into various forms such as diesel, petrol, kerosene, and lubricating grease. These products are then used in homes and industry. Means example of petroleum is given because we take out petroleum from the earth in a crude form. Okay, then it is refined in oil refineries and we get diesel, petrol, kerosene, and lubricating grease from the petroleum. These products are then used in homes and industries. So, for example, people use diesel and petrol as fuel in vehicles. We need the fuel to run our vehicles. LPG and CNG, full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas, CNG, compressed natural gas, are also used in homes and industry. In the 18th century, coal and steam were useful energy sources, but before the use of CNG and LPG, coal and steam are the important useful resources. These days, petroleum and CNG are used because compressed natural gas that makes our environment pollution free. Today, demand for natural resources is growing due to the increasing population, but nowadays population is increasing and we have limited resources. So, the demand of resources is increasing because of the demanding population. Thus, scientists are trying to find alternative resources. For example, the sun is an important source of energy. Direct solar energy will always be available to us. Solar energy can be trapped during the day with the help of solar panels. You can see the solar panels in the fields also. Nowadays, government is also providing subsidy on the solar panels when you are taking the panels for your crops, or you can say when you are using the solar panels for your home also, because you are utilizing the natural resource. So government is also providing some initiative so that people can use the natural resources. Various home appliances can be run by solar power. For example, solar pressure cooker and solar pressure cooker is also there, which trap the sunlight and makes your food as a cooker. Solar water heater is also there, that heat that makes your water hot with the sun rays. Solar energy does not cause any pollution, and one advantage is also there of the solar energy is that we doesn't have any pollution problem because it is pollution free. Thus, it can be rightly called the resource of the future. because if we run away from other natural resources, the sun is there, which will be which will always be there in our natural resource, but we have to save other resources also, because population is increasing and we have only limited resources. Information pebble is given. Many countries have made experimental cars that run on solar energy, but some countries are also making solar energy used in car also, so that we can not take the fuel, okay, so that petroleum cannot be exhaust. So that is also a good initiative by many countries. Conservation of natural resources, but we need the saving of natural resources, or you can say conservation of natural resources for our future generation. Rich countries are using more natural resources than poor countries. Developing countries need to depend more on natural resources for their growth and development, because resources, if we use them in proper way, we can our country can also grow, and we can utilize them for making different kind of products, so that our population, or you can say country people, also have the benefit of these resources. Densely populated countries such as India, China and Indonesia need large amount of natural resources. But because of our population, we need the more amount of natural resources. The rising demand for various natural resources had made them scarce in these countries. But because of rising demand and rising population, these are limited in our country. For example, cutting of trees and killing of animals have endangered many species of plants and animals. Lots of species are already extinct or are in danger. Because of the deforestation, many trees are cut every year for various industries. People cut the trees, and animals are also killed for various purposes, like their body parts are used in various medicines, or for making various kind of furniture, or for having the leather, or their fur is also used. So that have endangered many species of plants and animals because of the demand of various people. They have only the greediness. They don't see that these resources are useful for our future generation also. So we have to think about that matter. Some species of monkeys and birds are already extinct from India, and because of the greediness of the some people, some species of monkeys and birds already extinct from India. Dolphins in the river Ganga are also facing the danger of extinction. The quality of air, water, and land resources is degrading due to their overuse and misuse. Some people, they overuse the rich people. They don't know that these resources are have to be kept for future generation also. They are misusing these resources, that makes it quality degrading. For example, we dump garbage at open places and in water bodies. You can see that some people, they don't have sense. They see the dustbin, but they are not throwing the garbage in the dustbin. They are throwing the garbage here and there. And in the name of Ganesh Chaturthi and other festivals, people throwing the garbage in the water bodies also, like uh, in the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi we have the idols of Ganesh, and we just throw that in the water bodies after the 10 days, so that makes the water body polluted. So, dumping of garbage at open places and in water bodies pollutes air, soil, and water. Polluted water and air are harmful for living beings. If we throw the garbage in open area that have three pollution, that cause the three pollution: land pollution, soil pollution, and also the water pollution. Our future depends upon our ability to maintain and preserve our natural resources and exploit them in such a manner that it causes minimum damage to the environment. So, we have to utilize our resources properly, and we have to utilize them in a way that we should not pollute our nature, or you can say environment, by utilizing them in different industries or different areas. Therefore, it is important that we use our natural resources carefully and wisely. It is our responsibility to provide our future generation with an abundance of quality natural resources. So, now you should know that we have to save our natural resources, that so that our future generation also can get the benefit of utilizing them in their days also.